I don't know what's going on with me right now. I mean, I know the emotions of it because I've been there before in a much deeper way. I say deeper with such caution, you know. So I know the emotions. I remember part of the trip, which was that the world had kicked me out, that literally nobody was fucking with me. Just subjectively, that was part of the trip, you know. So I do know two things about it, about what's going on. And that was emotional as well. The strength of the emotions that I felt around that part of the trip, because it did change, you know, there were different things. So, I mean, my emotions are telling me, you know, and I think I know something else, because I've learnt that, I've been told it many times, you know, and I feel like I've come to understand it, about releasing things, you know, how all this is, let's call it the Sedona method, yeah, where when I'm releasing something, it comes at me so strong, and it's like, it's happened before, and those things have been released and they have gone, where, like, this is like a huge release of, like, feeling that the world's kicked me out and thinking that I'm going to die as well. Yeah. I've got a headache. You know, I mean, these feelings that come with how things are nowadays, you know, being connected with, like, the reality as it is now, you know, allows me to understand other people as well, you know. I get it. I get it. I do get it. I get it. Yeah. I'm just thinking about drugs. I'm thinking about alcohol, and I'm thinking about weed, and I'm thinking about paracetamols as well. How, like, I was on three lots a day, and I just went down to one a day, and I needed like a little bit because I couldn't come off it completely because it would have been too much. And I'm just kind of weighing it up with, do I need to have something, you know, because I've been getting stoned a lot, you know. With paracetamol, what I do is ignore my headache. You know, I took them when I had a headache. I thought that was okay. I thought that's what a person did, you know, but it just made it worse. I got a worse headache and I had to take more. So I just ignored my headache, you know, and that was a lot better. That was a lot better. Um, I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe drugs at the weekend is like a good thing and just not have them in the week. And then my next thought is, well, society says, like paracetamol for a headache, society says, you know, structure it that way, you know. So maybe both are bad. Um, I just want to be fucking with people. That's why I make these videos. You know? That's why I go on you now. Because apart from that, no one's fucking with me. You know? You know, it's part of the trip. It's part of the trip, like the releasing. These feelings is part of the releasing. You know, and it's pretty dope to have been through it before. Yeah. All your darkest fears are gonna come to you, come to you. Oh, oh my god. And I know that this is a thing that people, I mean, like, it feels like I'm the only one. It's like that song, The Only One, you know, by your Farm Animals and Brooks Brothers. The Only One. I feel like I'm the only one, and I understand, you know, the pain involved because I'm experiencing it. You know, it's. I've been through it. I know what mine was like. I know how I felt when I went through mine. I know that. I guess it's something that everybody goes through, and it's really hard. It's really hard. You know, it is. To not say that is like a lie because it is hard. It is hard. Um, and to be fucking with people who are psychopaths, I use that word because it's the only word I know to describe it, you know, to feel like a connection with people when I'm too different, you know, I'm too brand new to like be able to relate to people like that, and to want to be fucking with that kind of person, you know, as a solution to feeling alone is still going to make me feel as alone because say I go around and see someone like, and I feel like I'm alone when I'm with them, you know, then I'm still alone, you know, I'm still alone. So there's a bit of a shock, you know, when it comes to I'm fucking with someone but I'm still alone, you know. It's scary. It's scary. It's like feeling that I've lost, or one has lost. Let's keep it to me. Lost the. I've lost. I mean, getting kicked out of the world or getting kicked off the planet is. It's an understandable reaction to what's going on. You know. I've literally been forced out of my old paradigm, forced out, you know, into a new one. Yeah. Just, and I guess it's feelings of being rejected, you know, by people who are at a lower vibration than me, you know, it's feeling like totally ignored, you know, totally, you know, it feels like not being cared about at all, you know. I mean, I'm gonna not preach too much what the feeling is about, because I guess to every person who it goes through it, I mean, call it the quickening or whatever you want to call it, you know, the quickening, the spliffening, the, you know, whatever you want to call it, you know. Everybody's been through it. I'm just saying I've been through it as well, you know. And I'm grateful that I'm not struggling as fucking hard as I did a week or two ago, you know. Maybe that pain comes for a reason. Maybe that pain comes to let you know how bad things can get and how things are just not that bad, you know. Yeah. I'm thinking about my medication. I mean, I'm gonna just, I don't know, oh, yeah. I mean, the releasing is still happening, and I guess I still feel, I'm still in it. I still feel like all those feelings I described, I feel it, you know, and the point is, if I don't feel it as real, then I'm not releasing anything, you know. That's just how it works. If I don't feel it, I'm not releasing it. I remember I used to have suicidal feelings quite regularly, yeah, and just feeling scared that I was going to just lose control and end it without actually wanting to end it, you know, just it happening kind of to me, even though by me, you know. Um, but now I say bring it on, you know, just bring it on. I do kind of get off on it. I do, you know. It reminds me of, I got on this bus, yeah, and the kid goes, we're sold out, you know. It was like, oh, this bus is going to tip over because it was packed, you know. That's a response to fear that I can dig, you know. Sick or ill, you know. Ill AF. I don't know. I mean, all I care about, all I'm focusing on right now is that I want to be part of this paradigm, I want to be part of this reality, you know, and I'm going to go through this shit. I'm going to go through it. I mean, it's all I know, you know, to go through pain to get to somewhere better. It's all I know. I mean, may as well just have a beer. God. I mean, this girl said how dope my life is, you know, because like, I was in the mall and I just had a toke on my vape and I just breathed up at the ceiling, you know, big cloud, you know, and it was on point, you know, it was on point, and I know that I'm on point, I know I'm on point, and that's why I want to live this life, and that's why I want to be who I am. Because any other lower vibrational reality than this is just not a reality to me, you know. It's not what I choose. It's too late, you know. It reminds me of that Evanescence song, you know, Amy Lee, she's singing, I can't go back the way I came. I think it's My Heart's Broken, I can't go back the way I came. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, I think that's a good video, so I'll end it here, and I don't know, just everything I said really is what I'm saying, so yeah, okay, later.